Okay, I'm here with Xavier, and we're gonna ask him the question: what's his biggest regret in life and why?
Oh, my biggest regret in life would probably be not going to this quince because all my friends were posting about it and I wasn't there because I had a track meet the next day, so I just didn't want to go. But it looked kind of fun, and then there was a girl I was talking to that was there, and we stopped talking after that.
Wow, that's just sad, I guess.
I'm here with Rudy, and what's your biggest regret in life and why?
My biggest regret in life is probably not moving from the school because I could have got a lot more opportunities in other places to do better.
All right, so I got Tom here, and we're going to ask Tom, what is your biggest regret in life and why?
All right, I would say the biggest regret that I had was in 1997. I could have played for the United States of America in the Kiwi Cup against New Zealand and Australia, and I decided not to go because I was only 15, 16, and I was in high school and I was just stupid. And I could have gone for 3 weeks to New Zealand. Huge regret.
Huge regret?
Yes, huge regret.
Sorry to hear that. Thank you. Thank you for your time.
I was your age, and I made a terrible mistake.
A freshman or a sophomore, you think?
I was a sophomore to junior.
Sophomore to junior?
Yeah.
All right. Thank you.
All right.
Thank you for your
Okay, Josh, what is one of your biggest regrets in life and why?
One of my biggest regrets is wrestling Blake because he took me out of my track season and he screwed up my shoulder.
Okay, that must suck, doesn't it?
Yeah, it really does.
Sucks to suck, hobo. Okay, Jaden, what is one of your biggest regrets in life and why?
Being short, because I can't ball out, man. I can't dunk.
That must suck, doesn't it?
Yeah, it sucks. I'm here with Andrea. The question of the day is, what's your biggest regret in life and why?
I don't have any regrets because if I had a regret, I wouldn't be the person I am today.
Smooth answer, thank you. Brandon, the question is, what's your biggest regret in life and why?
So when I was 12, I was given an ultimatum to cut off my dad completely and never talk to him again, even though he wants to talk to me. And if I do talk to him again, it would hurt somebody that I promised I wouldn't. So I wish I didn't make that promise. That's my biggest regret.
So you do want to talk to him now?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm here with Caleb, and we're going to ask him the question, what is your biggest regret in life and why?
My biggest regret in life would probably just be not starting to play basketball early because, I'm starting to like the game a lot more, and I don't know, I should have started playing earlier in life, but yeah, that's it.
You good? You already good enough, bro.
I'm here with Miss Grundy, and the question of the day is, what's your biggest regret in life and why?
My biggest regret, I think, is that I didn't teach my children to speak French since I was born and raised in France, and I feel like they should have been bilingual by now. They're both graduating high schools, and they say a couple of words in French, but I feel like they should have been able to have a full conversation, and I think that's my biggest regret because coming from Europe, we have a strong emphasis on languages, and I think it's very important because it's part of learning about different cultures, and that's one thing I didn't give to my children, and that's something that I always felt was important.
Thank you.
Okay, I'm here with Leo, and the question of the day is, what is your biggest regret in life and why?
I think my biggest regret in life is getting sent to ISS for 8 months when I was a little kid because I threw a book at my teacher's head.
That's deep, but not that deep. But okay.
I'm here with Brandon, and the question of the day is, what's your biggest regret in life and why?
My biggest regret in life? Probably not speaking to my father as much as I should have. Honestly, he wasn't as big of a part of my life as I wish he was. And, you see, I wish I did more to, remedy that fact.
That's deep.
Okay, so I'm here with Bradley, and the question of the day is, what is your biggest regret in life and why?
Disobeying in school.
Why?
I didn't listen.
Okay.
All right, I'm here with Dom. The question of the day is, what's your biggest regret in life and why?
Losing the trust in those closest around me. And because now that when I try to fall back on them, they're not there for me.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay, I'm here with Narcisio, and the question of the day is, what is your biggest regret in life and why?
Showing Ariana my shoe inserts because now she clowned me.
That must suck, because she would have been your shorty, huh?
It is getting in trouble all the time because I made my parents disappointed and everybody.
What kind of trouble are we talking about?
Fighting, arguing with the teachers, getting kicked out of class, school, like that.
I'm with Gracie, and the question of the day is, what's your biggest regret and why?
My biggest regret in life was not dating this one guy because he was the only one that was actually like good, a good person.
Okay, I'm here with Coach Saint, and the question of the day is, what is your biggest regret in life and why?
So I had to think about this one. So when I was younger, I was like, my priorities were all out of whack, and I would do things because I didn't understand. So I'll give you an example of something. Like I had a curfew, right, when I was your guys' age, and I would stay out extra late, and then I would drive super fast home in order to make that curfew, thinking that somehow it was more important than for me to show up at midnight than it was to show up alive, right? And I took unnecessary risks doing stuff like that. And that's just an example of like not understanding priorities in life and not and thinking certain things are a really big deal when they're really not as big of a deal. The only thing that really matters is staying alive, staying happy, being healthy, and for you and for your family. And so there's that's the story, but there's 1,000 different times where I've kind of experienced that.
Okay, that was good. Okay, I'm here with Natalia, and the question of the day is, what is your biggest regret in life and why?
I think I have to say is me letting guys mentally fuck me over.
And why?
Because it still has an impact on me and I just can't get over it.
Oh.
Victor.
And why?
Because he's a bitch.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Doing the 110 hurdles. I jumped over one, came down. I've been injured ever since.
What'd you hurt?
My hip. Yeah, I pulled some in there.
It still hurt?
Yeah, to this day.
You'll be good.
Today, I had the girl right there, right? I had her right there, bro. She looked at me, I looked at her, bro. I froze. I didn't make a move. I fumbled the bag, bro. I fumbled the bag, bro. I sold. But it ain't my fault. It's her fault, bro. She didn't make the first move.
Deported in 2017 because I had to go to Mexico.
Regret not continuing my softball career in high school or in college.
But there's no pro softball league.
There's not, but there is a degree at the end of it in 4 years. And there's also building relationships with teammates and whatnot, and learning life lessons. I had a great time my 1 year, and my biggest regret was not working hard enough to continue.
What about the money?
The money? Wouldn't have been no money. Now I'm just here to coach. Still not much money. It's fun. We're here for the goodness of the sport.
Minimum wage, but thank you.
All right, so I'm here with the one and only Nigerian Nightmare, amazing track star, amazing athlete for this school, and I'm here to ask you one and one question only. What is your biggest regret in life and why?
My biggest regret in life is not being my dad's ass enough because he ain't even there like that. And you feel me? He just deserves more ass kickings from me. You feel me?
I feel you. All right. Part two. I'm here with the Nigerian Nightmare again, and we're here to ask him, what is your biggest regret in life and why?
My biggest regret in life is not being my dad's ass enough because he just wasn't there for the family like that. And he deserves an ass kicking. That's it.
My biggest regret is when I was a teenager, younger, I was kind of like a brat. So I didn't really like protect my younger brother or like defend him when he needed it. So probably my biggest regret is not being a better big sister when I needed to.
My biggest regret in life, worrying about women before worrying about my money.
I would say my biggest regret is kind of just trying to plan too much.
Biggest regret, I have three, but one of the top ones is I never joined the armed services when I was younger before I got into my career as a teacher and a coach.
I would say not putting in the extra work to play Division I softball, and I only play Division II softball.
What do you think you could have did better to make yourself go to Division? I mean, obviously you said work harder, but there's got to be like some kind of. What do you think your biggest downfall was with that division?
I would say that I settled for just being good at the sport rather than taking the extra time outside of practice to get stronger and get better at my skill.
All right, thank you so much.
Biggest regret is not having confidence to make the first move. Because who knows what my life would have projected if I just had more confidence in myself and my abilities to go forth with what I wanted.
So would you tell this man Demo right here to make the first move?
Yes.
There you go, Demo.
All right, so I'm here with Victor, and I'm here today to ask you, Victor, what is your biggest regret in life and why?
My biggest regret in life is not listening to my friends because it turns out they were right. They were right about it.
They were right about Tessa.
And what were they right about, if you don't mind me asking? If it's not like, invading privacy or anything?
Oh, that she was gonna hurt me.
I'm sorry that happened to you. But you gotta listen to us next time, all right? Okay. All right, thank you.
Probably not forgiving people, holding hate and stuff like that.
Why is that?
Because I feel like there's more to life than hating people. Like, there's no point if you're just in, like, 5 years from now, you may not even know the person. But, yeah.
Thank you.
Coming to Yonkers.
Why didn't you go to another school then?
Because my family forced me to come here.
Biggest regret is not joining the Army at 17 years old.
Why is that?
Because I would retire at 37 instead of 42.
With Sal's, the question of the day is, what's your biggest regret in life and why?
After thinking about what I could share and wanted to share, I think I would say that I didn't spend enough time with my father after my mother died from cancer. My father was killed after having a fire in his house, so it was very sudden and unexpected. And I always felt like he left this life with me feeling like we never spent enough time together, especially after my mom died and he was alone.
Probably that I didn't travel more when I was younger and have the opportunity to see more of the world, because as you get older, it gets harder to travel. So
I would say quitting my job teaching last 3 years ago.
And why was that a big regret in your life?
Because I had to give up a lot of things that I regret doing now.
If you didn't give up on that, where do you think you would have been now?
In a much better position.
All right, thank you for.
All right, I'm here with TJ. The question of the day is, what's your biggest regret in life and why?
This nigga in 6th grade, he beat my ass. I was fucking with him, and I regret that shit because he slammed me.
Not taking the keys because that was the biggest opportunity I have, and I didn't take it.
What do you mean by not taking the keys? Can you go into more detail?
Should ask Jacob.
So him and his girl were chilling, right? And like they wanted to do the thing. So I'm like, I'll give you the keys, and he didn't take the keys. He didn't take them, bro. He had this girl right there.
Damn. You did fumble, but it's okay. Yeah, it's okay.
You got it next time.
My biggest regret in life is stop playing basketball when I was little.
Why is that your biggest regret?
Because it's actually fun now.
Because you got good?
Nah, I'm still not good.
Caring what people think.
Why is that?
Because I just don't care what they think, and it made me be friends with all the wrong people.
Facts.
All right, I'm here with Cameron, and we're going to ask him the question, what's your biggest regret in life and why?
Probably not caring that my dad left, because I just learned how to do everything without him, so I feel like I didn't need one no more.
All right, that's a pretty good answer, not going to lie.
Letting my ex leave me, because low-key, I could have fought for us, but instead I just let her go, and she made me hella happy.
Disrespecting my parents because they do so much for me, and for me to like not like respect them enough like gets me like so mad and sad because they always put a roof on top of my head.
My biggest regret is letting my parents down earlier, and because they stopped, and why is because they stopped trusting me more.
Not telling my friend that going to ice skating when there was a storm, like because he got hurt like really bad, he lost his leg. Like I should have told him not to go instead of like saying like it was all right.
So they amputated him?
Yeah, he lost his leg.
Being the question of the day is, what's your biggest regret in life and why?
My biggest regret in life is, well, this is a long time ago, back in like 4th grade. I jumped off this thing, was like pretty high in the air, and when I did it, I ended up almost breaking my own ankle. It hurt a lot, but I got better at the end. And I only regret that because my parents are pissed at me, my family's pissed at me in general too. So that's my biggest regret in life.
That's kind of deep. All right, I'm here with Grounds, and the question is, what's your biggest regret in life and why?
My biggest regret in life is not being ambitious more than what I should have been. My regret is not being prosperous, not being concerned about others, being more reliable, being more independent on myself than others. That's my big regret, is I should be more dependent on myself than others.